Imagine an electric SUV that combines Honda's reputation for practicality with a bold, futuristic design and the kind of technology that could completely change how you think about everyday driving. The new 2026 Honda Prologue is here to prove that going electric doesn't mean giving up comfort, space, or driving excitement. Hi everyone, welcome back to Motor Zone YouTube channel. Today, we're taking a closer look at the new 2026 Honda Prologue, an electric SUV designed for drivers who want modern EV technology without sacrificing the familiar practicality that Honda is known for. From its sleek exterior and spacious cabin to its smooth electric performance, the Prologue has a lot to offer. And the more you look at it, the more interesting this SUV becomes. Starting with the exterior, the 2026 Honda Prologue immediately stands out with a design that feels more mature and sophisticated than many traditional electric SUVs. Honda has given the Prologue a clean, aerodynamic shape, but it still has enough muscular detailing to make it look substantial on the road. The proportions are balanced, the roofline flows smoothly toward the rear, and the overall silhouette gives the SUV a premium, modern character. At the front, one of the first things you notice is the minimalist approach. Instead of a traditional large grille like you would find on a gasoline-powered SUV, the Prologue uses a cleaner front-end design that reflects its electric identity. The smooth surface helps improve aerodynamic efficiency while giving the vehicle a futuristic appearance. The headlights are another major highlight. The slim LED lighting elements give the Prologue a sharp expression, especially when viewed from the front at night. The lighting signature adds a high-tech personality without making the design look overly complicated. Honda has managed to keep the front end clean while still making it instantly recognizable. Move around to the side, and the Prologue's proportions become even more impressive. The long wheelbase helps create a spacious cabin, while the relatively short overhangs give the SUV a planted appearance. Depending on the trim, the Prologue can be equipped with stylish alloy wheels that fill the wheel arches nicely and give the SUV an athletic stance. The wheels aren't just about appearance, either. Their aerodynamic design can help reduce air resistance, which is especially important for an electric vehicle where efficiency directly affects driving range. Honda has clearly paid attention to the details that matter both visually and functionally. The body surfaces are smooth and carefully sculpted. There are no unnecessary lines everywhere you look. Instead, the Prologue uses subtle curves and clean character lines to create a premium appearance. It's the kind of design that can look elegant in a parking lot but still aggressive enough when you see it moving down the highway. At the rear, the design continues that minimalist theme. The slim taillights create a modern signature, while the wide rear profile makes the SUV appear stable and confident. There's also a practical liftgate that provides easy access to the cargo area, making the Prologue suitable for everyday family life. And that's an important point. The Prologue may be an EV, but Honda hasn't forgotten that people buy SUVs because they need practicality. Whether you're carrying groceries, luggage, sports equipment, or simply loading up for a weekend road trip, the Prologue is designed to be useful. Now, open the doors, and the Prologue's interior immediately shifts the experience toward comfort and technology. The cabin has a clean, modern layout that avoids feeling overloaded with buttons and complicated controls. Honda has focused on creating an environment where everything feels easy to understand while still giving you the technology you expect from a modern electric SUV. The driving position is comfortable and commanding, giving you a clear view of the road. The seats are designed for long-distance comfort, and depending on the configuration, higher trims can bring additional premium features that make the cabin feel even more upscale. One of the biggest advantages of the Prologue is its spacious interior. Thanks to the EV-focused platform and long wheelbase, there is plenty of room for passengers. Front seat occupants get generous space, while rear passengers benefit from a comfortable seating area that makes the Prologue a strong option for families. This is especially important because electric vehicles can sometimes sacrifice interior practicality for battery packaging. The Prologue takes a different approach. Honda has worked to make the available space feel useful rather than simply impressive on a specification sheet. The dashboard has a modern horizontal design, helping make the cabin feel wider and more open. The digital displays provide important driving information without overwhelming the driver. Depending on the trim, the Prologue offers a large infotainment display with smartphone integration and access to the features you need every day. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto make connecting your phone straightforward, while available connected services can add another layer of convenience. You can access navigation, music, calls, messages, and other functions without constantly reaching for your smartphone. And of course, because this is a modern EV, technology plays a major role in the driving experience. The Prologue can provide information about battery charge, estimated range, energy consumption, and charging status, helping the driver understand exactly how the vehicle is performing. The cabin also benefits from a quiet atmosphere. One of the biggest advantages of electric propulsion is the lack of traditional engine noise, and the Prologue takes advantage of that. Without a gasoline engine constantly producing vibrations and noise, the cabin can feel calm and relaxing, especially during city driving. That quietness becomes even more noticeable on longer journeys. Instead of hearing an engine revving every time you accelerate, you experience the smooth, almost effortless delivery of electric power. Storage is another area where the Prologue focuses on everyday usability. There are practical areas throughout the cabin for phones, bottles, small bags, and other personal items. The rear seats can also provide additional flexibility when you need to carry larger objects. Fold those seats down, and the Prologue becomes even more versatile. This is exactly the kind of feature that makes an SUV useful in real life. You might drive to work during the week, take the family shopping on Saturday, and then load it up for a road trip on Sunday. The overall material quality is designed to give the cabin a premium but approachable feel. Honda hasn't tried to turn the Prologue into an ultra-luxury vehicle. Instead, the goal is to create a comfortable, modern environment that feels high quality without becoming unnecessarily complicated. Now let's talk about what really makes the Prologue different, the electric powertrain. Depending on configuration, the 2026 Honda Prologue can offer both front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive setups. The front-wheel drive version focuses strongly on efficiency and smooth everyday performance, while the available all-wheel drive configuration adds extra power and traction. The all-wheel drive model can deliver around 300 horsepower, giving the Prologue enough performance to feel genuinely quick when you press the accelerator. And because electric motors deliver torque almost instantly, the response feels much faster than you might expect from a family-oriented SUV. There's no waiting for the engine to build revs. You simply press the accelerator, and the vehicle responds immediately. That instant torque makes the Prologue particularly enjoyable in city traffic. Pulling away from a stoplight feels effortless, and merging onto a highway doesn't require much planning. The power delivery is smooth rather than aggressive, making the SUV easy to drive every day. The Prologue isn't designed to be a sports car, and that's perfectly fine. Its mission is to provide a comfortable balance between efficiency, performance, and practicality. The suspension is tuned to absorb everyday road imperfections while maintaining confident handling. On highways, the Prologue feels stable and composed. The low-mounted battery helps keep the center of gravity down, which can improve the SUV's overall balance through corners. The result is a vehicle that feels planted without becoming unnecessarily stiff. Steering is designed for everyday comfort, giving you predictable control without requiring constant corrections. Around town, the Prologue feels manageable despite its SUV dimensions, while on the highway it settles into a relaxed cruising character. And then there's efficiency. The Prologue uses a large battery pack, with front-wheel drive versions offering the potential for an EPA-estimated range around the 300-mile mark depending on configuration. That kind of range is extremely important because it changes the way people think about owning an EV. Instead of constantly worrying about where the next charging station is, you can treat the Prologue much more like a normal vehicle. Charge at home overnight, start your morning with a high battery level, and handle most daily driving without needing to think about charging during the day. For longer journeys, DC fast charging becomes an important advantage. With compatible fast charging equipment, the Prologue can add a meaningful amount of range during a relatively short stop. Of course, real-world range depends on weather, driving speed, temperature, terrain, tire choice, and how aggressively you drive. But the important thing is that Honda has designed the Prologue to be practical enough for everyday EV ownership while still providing the flexibility needed for longer trips. Regenerative braking also plays a role in efficiency. When you slow down, the electric motors can help recover some energy and send it back into the battery. The system can make city driving particularly smooth while helping maximize the available range. And when you combine that with the instant response of electric motors, quiet cabin, comfortable suspension, and spacious interior, the Prologue starts to make a lot of sense as an everyday family vehicle. So, who is the 2026 Honda Prologue really for? It's for drivers who want to make the switch to electric without jumping into something overly complicated or radically different from a traditional SUV. It gives you the benefits of electric driving, instant torque, quiet operation, reduced dependence on gasoline, and potentially lower running costs, while maintaining the practicality people expect from Honda. The exterior looks modern without being excessive. The interior is spacious, comfortable, and technology-focused. And the electric powertrain delivers smooth, responsive performance while offering the kind of range that can make EV ownership much easier. The new 2026 Honda Prologue may not be trying to reinvent the entire SUV market, but that could actually be one of its biggest strengths. It takes the familiar formula of a practical Honda SUV and combines it with the advantages of electric power. And honestly, that combination is becoming harder to ignore. So, if you're looking for an electric SUV that can handle the daily commute, family responsibilities, weekend adventures, and long highway journeys while giving you a modern driving experience, the 2026 Honda Prologue deserves a serious look. It's stylish without being excessive, comfortable without feeling boring, and powerful enough to make every acceleration feel effortless. The future of Honda's electric lineup is becoming much more interesting, and the Prologue is one of the vehicles leading that transformation. What do you think about the new 2026 Honda Prologue? Would you choose it over a gasoline-powered SUV, or would you go with another electric crossover? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to like the video, subscribe to MotorZone YouTube channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next deep dive into the latest cars, SUVs, and future automotive technology. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.